everyone, it's Lisa from budgetequestrian.com, and today we're going to build a coop for a horse jump. And this coop I actually built for the Great Plains Pony Club in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and I can't wait to see their reaction, and I hope they love this. So to build this coop, you're going to need a lot of lumber. To start with, I used 2x4 lumber and 1x4 lumber, basically for all the components of building this. So it's not that it's going to be expensive, you're just going to need a lot of lumber. Almost all of the lumber that I'm going through in that pile, that is all for this coop. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to measure off 20-inch sections on one of the 2x4s, and you're going to cut 8 of these. And then you're also going to cut 4 22 1/2 inch long pieces of the 2x4. Once you've cut all of those pieces, now you're going to make the bases, so it's like a brace. So what I did was I took one and I made it cut it at a 45-degree angle, so it's literally going to look like an A. So once I had that template, I just used it on the other 20-inch long pieces of 2x4, and so that way it's all going to be the same and they're all going to match. Now you're going to use a jigsaw to cut off that little triangle. And I'm using a clamp because it makes the wood secure and it's not moving around when I'm cutting it with the jigsaw, because you do have to put a little bit of pressure into it. And I got some really cool triangles. Don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm going to find something, because those little remnants, that's pretty cool. So like I said, you're going to do that on 8 of those pieces, the 20-inch pieces. The 22 1/2 inch long pieces, don't do that. You need those to be 22 1/2 inches long. So the next thing I'm doing is I am cutting 1x4 inch lumber 60 inches long. You will need 16 pieces of the 1x4 lumber. That is if you're building a 10-foot long coop, which what I did, and I broke it into 2 5-foot sections. But 16 pieces of this lumber is what you're going to need. For this coop, it's going to be stained, so I wanted to make sure that I sanded everything really well. I wanted to make sure everything was perfect, because the Great Plains Pony Club is going to have this stained, and I'm sure it's going to look beautiful, but I'm giving it to them in its natural state, so I wanted to make sure it was perfect. So if you're planning on staining your coop, you want to be sure to get off all of the marks and stuff off of the lumber. That's really important. So now we are going to build the base of our coop. What I did was take the 2x4s that were 20 inches long with the 45-degree angle and made it like joined them together, and then I took the 22 1/2 inch piece and put it on the bottom. That's going to be the brace, and what it's doing, I have it set up so that the brace is what's hitting the bottom. That's what it's going to rest on. And then I had a scrap piece of 2x4, so I'm attaching that to the upper section of the brace, because that's going to be the handhold, and it makes it really easy to carry these around. Where the screws are attached on this is so important. I'm actually pre-drilling all of the holes first, and then I am connecting it with the screws, because I didn't want the wood to crack or split. That's why I pre-drilled all of the holes. So once you have your bases done, then you're going to take the 5-foot long pieces of 1x4 and you're going to attach them to the bases. And I just kind of eyeballed this. You can do whatever works best for you. I also enlisted the help of a nail gun just so I can tack the pieces onto the bases and get them to stay there, because trying to screw 3-inch long screws into that could have been a mess, and I wanted to make sure that this was perfect. So the nail gun actually helped to keep them in place, but the nails in the nail gun, they're not strong enough or sturdy enough to keep the coop perfectly stable. So that's why, even though I used it just to tack the 1x4s in place, I'm going to be sure, and I'll show you in just a moment how I did it, but I go back and attach the 1x4s permanently with 3-inch long screws. So this is the back side of it. So you don't have to do the back side, but I wanted this to look complete, finished like a coop. So that's why I did the front and the back. And you don't also have to have the spaces in between it. If you wanted, you could have it be a solid coop. You would just need to have more of the 1x4 inch lumber. So now I am pre-drilling the holes, because 1x4 inch lumber can split when you attach the screws. So I'm pre-drilling the holes first. Then I'm going to go back and then I'm going to put 3-inch long screws, and that will keep the 1x4s securely on the bases and make this really sturdy and really stable. This is going to be a really nice coop. I really hope the pony clubbers like it and get lots of use out of it. And this is the coop all completed. It's beautiful. It was fun to make. And like I said, this is for the Great Plains Pony Club in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I hope they enjoy this coop as much as I enjoyed making it for them, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for lots of horse videos, and thank you so much for watching.